Hey y'all, welcome to SLOP. I'm your friendly neighborhood organizer, Austin, up here in North Alabama with the DSA, and we are the most unprofessional podcast in the land. And we got a guest tonight, Marissa. Say hi.
Hi, Marissa.
And y'all remember Marissa? She's been on before. She's gonna be on here tonight to talk about the library stuff. And I also got our co-host, Red Mike,
Hello, comrades.
and we got Momo Morgan over here.
Evening, comrades.
All right, and like I said, we're going to be talking about this library meeting down in Montgomery. Kick off some with some trend stuff, and then get into library stuff. Maybe we get to some articles. Maybe we don't. Always a hell of a lot of stuff to talk about, especially with trying to figure out if it's Clinton or a horse. What's going on? And maybe we end with some pop culture stuff. But yeah, let's see here. I was on a meeting earlier tonight with Marissa, with is it the Southern Peoples or the Southern Movement?
Movement Assembly. Yeah.
Southern Movement Assembly. That was the first time. Thank you for inviting me to that. And we actually had another comrade on there from our area, and they went through some stuff, and a lot of wisdom in that meeting, and a lot of just good vibes. Good vibes. Momo, you had a meeting, didn't you? You have a meeting earlier today?
I did. That was for orientation with Metro DC DSA.
Hell yeah.
Which has three. It has three branches across the DC area.
Damn. Okay. Well, shoot, that's awesome. I'm glad you got, after settling in and all the things you've been going through, that you got connected back up there. Well, we do miss you. Oh no.
There's some 35 people in the orientation.
That's great.
How many?
35.
Damn. All right. Well, I guess that's what you get when you're in a place with millions of people. Let's see. We lost Red Mike.
Mike, yeah.
I know he will be back. Let's see. Yeah. But yeah, let's check out these trends real quick. Let's see if I can get there we go. Let's try. Nope, wrong button. I'm getting my feedback. Oh yes. Here's our man. Oh no. Where'd you go? Goodness. I gotta keep my eye on this. So well, yeah. Mike's working on it. I believe in him. We got some stuff that's trending now. Of course. Sports is at the top, as it usually always is. Is Nvidia stock 30-something billion profit this quarter, 65%. Everybody's oh goodness. Saudi Arabia is getting chips now.
It's just wild. They're causing a chip shortage across the entire planet.
Well, there's only one company, I think they're in the Netherlands, that even can make the tools to make these chips.
That's ASML.
Yeah.
There's a Dutch company that's called ASML that makes the lithography machine that's then used by TSMC to make the wafer based on the design from NVIDIA or Apple or any other company that uses them. The issue at the moment is that they're using 40% of the RAM capacity. So the price has gone up, I think, 100% in 3 months.
Jesus.
It's a bubble. It's a giant bubble.
It is. I saw this something like 17x, probably bigger now. 17 times bigger than the .com bubble. So we'll see.
Like it's completely unsustainable.
Yeah. And I'm sure they'll be ready with their bailouts. You know. But yeah, look at all the sports stuff. Just tons of it. Games. Oh wait, we got Wicked down here.
Wicked, yeah.
Oh yeah, the new one.
Yes, I was already asked. We're going on Friday, right? Everybody wants to go on Friday. I'm like, all right, well, Merry Christmas then.
It's so expensive to go to the movies.
Arc Raiders. That's a new video game that they had new maps come out and new bad guys, creatures to fight. And it looks like their servers are not doing. Oh, it's International Men's Day. Oh, yay, all the men out there that are internationalists and only internationalists. Let's see here. What else we got? Oh, uh-oh. I'm sorry with the dead air.
All good. I'm sorry I can't add anything to this. I don't watch sports ball, really.
I don't watch sports balls either.
I don't know anything about what you all were just talking about. I know a lot about other things, though. I did not know there was an International Men's Day. That
wasn't tracking either.
The ass in me is like, isn't that most days? But
yeah. See, that's a fair point, ma'am. I'm curious how the manosphere is treating it.
Yeah, no joke.
Red Mike gave us an update. That's what the dead air was. His internet's being buggy, and but he's gonna keep trying.
Hey, there's a lot of that happen. That should be on the Google Trends, actually. It has been the case.
Yes. Isn't it good when there's like one point of failure for the entire internet across the globe?
It's called Cloudflare.
More monopolies, people. Everything a monopoly. Just make it all super Amazon, Walmart thing.
So then it all crashes at once. It's great.
We got here on Twitter, NVIDIA trending because of money. I did see Peter Thiel seems to have divested a lot of his money from AI. So maybe he's got some insider information going on. What else? NASA's going. Oh, Arabic numerals, because apparently Mom Donnie's going to start using Arabic numerals in the education system.
Oh, Twitter.
I do. Yeah.
Oh, the FEMA one is the acting FEMA guy resigned.
Oh, really? I hadn't heard that one.
Because he was going to be fired.
Why? Because why are they firing him? He ain't doing shit, is he? So they want somebody who's doing negative, like even worse.
Well, they've already hit kind of rock bottom in terms of who they had as the FEMA guy. He has no emergency management experience whatsoever.
Yeah, like that New York City fire chief guy. Didn't Bush for FEMA have like a dude who raised horses as his FEMA guy back in the day?
So let's see, was it FEMA? That was a cascading failure on part of the administration because they couldn't really decide what they wanted to do about Katrina. So
Oh.
They did what they wanted to do about Katrina, actually.
they didn't want to send in the military reserves to help with it because that would make it look even worse.
So yeah, Mike Brown was the Judges and Stewards Commissioner for the International Arabian Horse Association from 1989 to 2001.
Wow.
So well remembered.
It looks like we're going to be going to Roman numerals. I guess that's the answer, the reactionary answer over here to the Arabic numerals being the woke Arabic numerals. I saw a good little video on Arabic numerals and like their design, like how there was like an intuitive design to them because there's like 1 point, 2 points, 3 points, 4 points, so like, yeah, who would have thought? Elegant design, comfortably numb. What's that, Marissa?
I was saying that you have some random tidbits of knowledge. I appreciate that.
Yeah, one day I'll go lose on Jeopardy. Let's see here.
I always wanted to be a professional game show contestant.
Dude, how fun would that be?
Okay, let's see. I saw data centers, which is more related to the NVIDIA stuff. Which actually, the people who supported the data centers got voted out of office up here.
Oh, down here.
They did.
Say
Are
again?
you out in Virginia, Morgan?
I'm in Virginia now. The Republicans got completely destroyed in the election. The Democrats have nearly a supermajority in the state house.
Yeah.
It's like most of the problem is that I think it's as a little bit of Googling, a quarter of all the power in the state is going to data centers, which is driving up the cost. Because there's a that's the word I'm looking for. There's a paradigm flaw in AI, which is that their thought process, if you throw more data at the problem will go away instead of the design of the AI.
It's a big. There was just Bessemer just greenlighted a data center down there, even though there have been huge numbers of community members coming out to speak out against it. And from what I understand, the elected representatives just weren't listening to them at all and just moved forward.
Yeah, they signed an NDA with the company, the city did. And it's only supposed to provide like 100 or 200 jobs or some shit like that.
It's tiny.
Yeah. We got, of course, our boy Zach D. Films up in the top 10. Oh, Mr. Beast.
There's been telling why he's trending.
Has Been Hotel Guy, I think, got another season.
Oh, we got a new little baby, real shit. Okay.
Hail Mary.
Oh, wait. Are they already doing Moana again?
They're
thought
doing
they
a live action Moana, yeah.
I don't know. What was the last live action thing that like went to shit?
Lilo and Stitch.
Maybe that. And then I can't say that in front of the young one because she'll get mad at me because she liked it. But like I saw a comparison video of the two the live action versus the animated, and apparently there's some radical differences throughout it. Like
I mean, like
They
if
made
you've
it-
heard,
they
I
took
think-
away the woke.
I think my thing against live actions versus animated, if the story has already been told, then why tell it again?
They because the people that run the studios are unoriginal bastards and are full of fear and
Oh, I know
whatever.
it's completely rhetorical. Like it's an
Yeah.
easy cash grab.
Exactly. All right, let's look at these news and politics, and then let's get to the nitty gritty on what's going on with the Alabama public library system. To see, I think it's Fairhope. They had their money taken away.
That's correct.
But okay, we got the Bubba bombshell, and Republicans pretending it's no big deal. Yeah, Ukrainian helicopter destroying a Shahed drone. I saw that video. It's not bad, aiming, but when you have a minigun and you miss, like, come on. Got Marjorie Trader Brown, parentheses, because brown is, it's when green turns brown, it's rotted.
I think the best
Okay.
sentence of that is like the GIF or video of like, "Are we the baddies?"
Yo, I think I can change her. I think I can. I think we should all try to radicalize Marjorie Taylor Greene.
With socialist propaganda.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh no!
Well,
the
she
pol-
says she's turning. She apologized for her divisive stances, and
She did.
says she's turning a new leaf. So who knows?
Hey.
It's been kind of wild watching the Democrats embrace her though, right? Like they can't find a nice word to say about Mom Donnie, but they're going to embrace MTG.
Oh no!
Yeah.
The funniest thing was watching them embrace Cuomo.
I know, right? Kiss
Hot
right,
girls
kick
for
left.
Cuomo.
Yeah,
CNN stunned by Epstein Israel connection. Why? Like,
I don't know why. This is
I don't know how many years ago I figured that part out.
Yeah.
the funniest thing I saw last week or so was like the Democrats were like, "We won a resounding victory. Let's immediately cave."
Yeah.
I know, just the most useless group of human beings that God has ever assembled.
Yeah, the Republicans get shit done. I mean, it's terrible shit, but
Oh yeah.
it is. They are enacting their will. Ugh. All right. Okay. Yeah. Department of Education getting destroyed.
They're also finalizing Schedule F regulations, which is basically the easy way to fire government civilians
Yeah.
that they don't like or resist their agenda.
Yeah, that's been going on for the past year, and I think they finally have all their ducks in a row to be able to do it.
Yeah.
Well, if the kids just use A1, they'll be better off. I've said this before: indoctrinate your children to hate AI and enlist in the Butlerian Jihad. But all right, let's get to business. Let's get to some absolutely disgusting business going down in Montgomery. Mentioned Fairhope is losing their funding. Marissa, why don't you've been fighting this battle for like 2 years at least now.
I think that's right.
Pretty much since Moms for Liberty showed up on the scene. They lost every election they ran in recently. There's an election in August in Alabama where one of them got in the seat, but 32 of them lost a couple weeks ago or whatever. All 32 of them. But yeah, well, give us a skinny. Give us the dope.
Yeah. So, well, Fairhope, you were mentioning, they have lost the remainder of their funding for the year. They have been without funding for a while. There was some mutual aid sort of crowdfunding efforts across the state to help them out. All of this stuff is all connected, and tomorrow the state library board, called the Alabama Public Library Service Board, will be meeting to make a decision about changing what they call the administrative code, which are the rules that the libraries have to follow in order to get state and federal funding. And so this is the second time in within the last year now, I guess we're coming up on a year, where they have changed those rules. Last year it was that they had to remove, quote, sexually explicit materials and other materials inappropriate for minors from the children's and young adult section of the library. And that means all public libraries throughout the state. This year, they have now changed the definition of inappropriate to minors and sexually explicit to include any material that positively portrays transgender people, procedures, and anything in that regard. So there's been a public comment period that was ongoing for the last, I believe, 90, it wasn't 90 days, maybe 60 days. And that culminated in a public hearing, which was last month. Some things came out at that hearing, which I think folks would be interested in knowing about, which I can explain more about. And then tomorrow they make their decision about moving forward with this rule. And then what will have to happen from there is that in order to get any state funding, every Alabama public library will have to remove any piece of positive depictions of transgender people or the community out of the children's and young adult sections. That means readers up to 18 would not have access to those books in most of our systems. Here in Huntsville, we do have like a library card where as a parent, you can select for your kids to have access up through the adult sections, which is how libraries actually have always operated. But a parent has to actually select that. Otherwise, it defaults to anyone under the age of 18 only has access to picture books. So if you're a high school kid whose parents, can't get to the library or do the things that they need to do or don't know that this has happened and you need a book for something for school, you can't even access it. So that's kind of the skinny, and that's one of the reasons why Fairhope lost their funding, is because they were said they've kind of been used as the scapegoat or the black sheep. They did make the changes that were requested of them last year, that were requested of all the libraries, but then some patrons said they did not move these specific books that they felt were in violation of the rules. And so the state library board then decided to revoke their funding. So that's what we've been going through, and we are anticipating that they will pass it tomorrow. But yeah, that's where we're at.
So yeah, the meetings tomorrow in Montgomery. Didn't chairman of the GOP, John Wall, didn't he use basically the GOP apparatus to send something like 6,000 messages or something like that to the board that he chairs.
Yes. So Ron Snyder, who is a board member of the APLS and former president, reported at the meeting in October, the public hearing that we had, that for many weeks, up until the last 48 hours of this public comment period, they had only received around 500 letters of people sending, because you had to actually send in a physical letter. You couldn't email or anything like that. And then 2 different members of the Alabama GOP staff sent out emails on a couple, the last few days. And within 48 hours, they were flooded with over 6,000 form letters, which I am guessing whoever sent those letters out just printed out and then were able to deliver them. What we know, because we've heard reports from people in different communities, is that those letters went out within churches around Alabama. Some people were reporting that they were really harassed at their churches into signing those letters to send them in. I can't confirm that. That's just what's been reported. It would not surprise me, particularly younger people in those churches, you know, recovering from evangelical Christianity myself. That was definitely something that I could see happening in some of these spaces. But yeah, so he said that he didn't send out the emails. He said something about having a firewall, so that I don't know exactly what he means by that within the ALGOP. So he's trying to claim that he didn't have anything to do with it, that those staff members decided to do it themselves. But it's very clear that that was not the case. The emails they sent out said specifically, we need to protect our children. That's the language that they use in these battles. And we need to support John Wall's efforts. So it's very clear that this is a conflict of interest at best.
He was appointed by the governor, right? It's supposed to be a nonpartisan appointment, right?
That is correct.
So, is it possible that any litigation comes from that letter writing situation between the GOP and everything?
Yeah, I'd imagine that definitely is possible. There's a lot of litigation that could happen all around this case. I mean, we're talking about, you know, constitutional rights that are being infringed upon, intentional bias being brought into the library because they're only banning books with positive depictions of a category of people for certain. You know, but then these efforts that of him, you know, really tampering with what should have been a process that is supposedly grassroots. I mean, it's not like a democratic sort of like, oh, we had this many people who wanted this and this many people who didn't. That's not really how rights should work, especially in the state of Alabama. This just shouldn't be happening.
Yeah, I saw something like some of the books they wanted to get rid of is like just like introducing the basic concept of consent. You know,
Yeah.
Or there's another book like basically about trafficking, like being a girl getting trafficked as a child. And, you know, these stories need to be told because, you know, they're true. And, you know, my question with all this stuff is like, who's next? Because we all know the poem, you know, first they and really the first line of that poem should be first they came for queer folks,
That's right.
because you know the guy who wrote it didn't like queer folks, so he left them out.
He left them out. Yeah.
Um,
Uh,
so, but like, yeah, who do you envision is next on the next on their list?
I mean, it's very clear, and what we're anticipating tomorrow even is some of the form letters that came in asked them to not just include books around the transgender community, but also positive depictions of homosexual relationships, anything that is not heterosexual. So we think that sexual, identity stuff will also be on there as well. I'm not gonna like be surprised and shocked if what they say is that they're going to amend the code at the last minute and include that. And I mean, really from there, like what we know is coming down the pike. They've already tried to do work to get rid of critical race theory. And I'd imagine that that's just coming around the corner for sure.
I've seen in other places where they've banned books related to, I mean, even just any sort of discussion on race, but even things like My First Kwanzaa or My First Ramadan and other books that are about religious minorities or
Yeah.
about racial topics at all. Like
Yeah.
I haven't seen that in Alabama, but I've seen it in other places where they're challenging books.
Yeah, I mean, this is where intersectionality matters too, because I like to point out to people that even if they're just getting rid of books about trans and gender nonconforming folks, a significant amount of those are authored by people of color. So there is an impact there. In the state of Florida, there's actually a case against a school board, I believe, because they were getting rid of books around gender identity that was more unequally impacting Black authors. So there's that. Here in Huntsville, we had a book removed from the children's section. It was one of the Moms for Liberty folks, filled out a form to try to get it removed, and they were able to get it moved to the adult section, but it's called The Big Bathhouse, which is actually a children's book about, the cultural tradition of going to a bathhouse. And it has, cartoonish drawings of people that are nude, which is part of the cultural traditions of the communities that that the author was trying to convey to kids. So that now is in the international section, and you can only check it out if, as a minor, if you have a level 3 tiered card for the library.
Level 3 tier card. Oh, like
What does it take to get the different tiers of cards?
So I can give you the exact thing to put in your show notes. But
oh, you think we do show notes?
okay. All right. A comment.
That would be professional.
The hmcpl.org. I think it's reader access, young reader access. Yeah, hmcpl.org/young readers. That's what it is. I don't work for the library. I should say that. A lot of people have recently thought I'm a librarian. I'm like, no, I just advocate for them. But yeah, so a parent or a guardian has to go in and fill out a form and then select the different tiers. But the parent or guardian has to have a library card too. And then the minor comes under the parent's card, which for most young kids now, like my kid's age, like we had to have my card connected to his when he got his. So we're talking about teenagers who may not have a parent or guardian associated with their card. So tomorrow the meeting is at 1 p.m. in Montgomery. If anybody wants to go, it's at the APLS building there. and people have signed up to speak. So we will have folks there. But we do anticipate that they are going to pass this, and then we're going to wait and see what our library system does. Something we've been trying to push is for them to get off of state funding, which would be helpful if, like, the city of Huntsville would pony up some more money. They've had level funding from the city of Huntsville for 3 years now. Last year, the staff did not get a cost of living wage increase. So that's going to be even more so this year. It also costs the library system to implement these changes. The last set of changes they did cost our library system over $60,000. So I guess that's where those cost of living wage increases went. So it's an unfunded mandate.
You could do.
Say
Yeah.
again.
Yeah. I was gonna say you can do a lot of programming with 60K, you know,
Yeah.
and it's amazing. Every time I go to I do not go to the library enough. I have an overdue book right now.
It's okay.
I don't know.
You just turn it back in. They don't charge you anymore. They don't have late
No,
fees.
it's so nice.
It's
It's
so
so
nice.
nice. Although I am robbing somebody with my overdue book, but they do so much programming, and the libraries around here, they have like makers, like 3D printers, stuff to make buttons and shirts and all kinds of fantastic resources that everybody should be, everybody should be going to, bringing the kids to, hanging out, having events at, and I think we've definitely used the library multiple times for events. The Spokes Council, that's our little home base up there, North Huntsville Library, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So it's really, a fundamental community third space, and our rights as humans flow from that still, and we have these libraries, and because workers demanded it. Workers are the ones that back hundreds of years ago, right after this country was founded, it was workers who started demanding libraries, among other things. But where they have this meeting, is it quarterly meetings they have?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so they meet 4 times a year,
I think that's right.
and
Yeah.
they get paid.
I think they don't get paid. I think they get compensation for their travels to get to the meetings and stuff. I don't think it's a paid position.
Okay, all right. Well,
Yeah. Yeah, but the meetings do happen, and really they're like overstretching what they're supposed to be doing, because they can set policies, but the policy shouldn't override what's happening at the local level.
or law,
Yep.
like it's clearly a violation of the First Amendment, and we already have a literacy problem in this country, and they're taking books off the shelves.
Right.
Like, what's whenever I think of this, and I think, like, since the system we live in, like, have any publishers sued any of these places?
Yeah, that is a tactic that's happened in other states. So publishers will sue. Groups of authors have come together to sue as well. I mean, it would be great if something like that could happen here. But there are cases happening right now in Tennessee, Arkansas, Florida. We have the case here in Alabama that's down in Prattville that's just things have been silent on for a while. yeah, I'd imagine there's no way they're going to get around this without some case coming from it, which should happen. And both John Wall and Amy Minton, who's another board member of the APLS, are both running for office this year. Well, John Wall supposedly might be running for office, and has expressed aspirations to run for, I believe, lieutenant governor. And then Amy Minton is running in her Senate district, down in South Alabama. But both of them are doing all of this in order to help their chances. They don't actually care about libraries. It's very clear that that is not the case, and they certainly don't care about librarians and somehow think that they know better than actual trained professionals, who are credentialed and know how to do this work. So it's going to be a sad day tomorrow. It's going to be real sad for the community, who has been just sort of the scapegoat, the center of the moral panic right now, which is the trans and gender non-conforming community, who are just taking it from every direction. And tomorrow is Trans Day of Remembrance, so that leaves something else in the mix.
A question: what's the percentage of the funding that this represents for the Alabama Library for y'all?
So for the Huntsville-Madison County Public Library, it's, I don't know the percentage, but we get around $500,000 from the state. It's not a lot. And comparatively, I believe we're at $5.2 million from the city of Huntsville, and then the city of Madison and Madison County Commission also chip in funding as well. And I believe what I heard at the library board meeting yesterday is that the city of Madison had increased their funding. Huntsville City is just giving money to HPD, it seems like. We were told their purse strings were really tight this past year, but HPD, I think they got a $3 million increase. And so they're now up to $81 million a year that they get from the city. And then comparatively, I will say Mobile City has a library system that's comparable to ours, even though we actually serve the most people in the state. The library here does. But they receive significantly more from their city, I believe around $8 million. So we're talking about $3 million more to do what our city is doing more of. So it's this is an act of defunding an important.
Budgets are moral documents, right?
Sure, absolutely. But I do think there's a strategic act going on here. Like, this is the moral panic. The library is the stage this is happening on for sure, but we also are defunding these vital public institutions that people need. It's part of it. Nice. I love that, Austin. That's fierce. Eat the rich. But thank y'all for letting me come on to talk about it. I appreciate it.
It's our pleasure to have you. Is there anything we can do if we can't travel to Montgomery tomorrow? Is there someone we can call or someone we can email?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could email John Wall if you wanted to, but
have we got his address yet?
I don't think we have his address, but I do have his email address. It's like a Yahoo address.
That's funny.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Does he use it? Like, the only thing worse than that is using AOL.
Yeah.
Yahoo indeed.
Yeah.
Does he use Hotmail?
Yeah, at this point, I'm not. I don't want to say that people can't do anything. I guess you could call or send emails to the APLS. I think I forget exactly what the email is down there that you could email. But yeah, so no, I'm sorry, I don't have that. Very good, very good
No,
It's all
preparation.
good.
But yeah, the public comment period was really, when we needed, and we did get a lot of people to sign letters and everything, and held a few tabling events up here. And we ended up getting a lot of letters down there, not as many as the AIOP emails got. But of course, we didn't force people to sign them. Or really heavily influence them if rumors are to be true. Yeah. So, but yeah, everybody can follow us at the root, allmylinks.com/at the root collective. That's the organization up here in North Alabama that is working on the books, the library work, and Read Freely Alabama is another organization throughout the state who has been working on this as well. And there may be a chapter. And if anybody's in another area of the state and wants to start to get active and doesn't know of any organizing happening in your area, feel free to reach out to us. All of our contact information is on that, allmylinks.com/at the root collective.
excellent. So
What was all that?
that's me trying to come up with something to say.
Yeah, it's just sort of bad
Oh,
news.
that's what I was trying to. The budget for this year for up here in Huntsville has been set, right? So like, there's no way to pivot onto them or move on them as far as like getting them to increase anything.
I don't know. I mean, I do remember at a city council meeting last year when all of a sudden the fire department did another truck or something, and there was money came from somewhere. I don't know, and they were able to get another truck. So I don't know if a situation occurs, because here's the thing: is even if the library does go through with this, I know how those folks are. Like, we had a Moms for Liberty person came to the library board meeting with a book out of the kids section that was called Kitty Corn. And it was about a kitty cat who thought he was a unicorn. And she said that it was transgender propaganda. then like put it up, and she said, and don't be fooled. It's called kitty corn because that's so close to kitty porn. And we were all like, are you kidding me? This is literally a cartoon cat with a unicorn horn and a rainbow tail or something. So I'm saying all of this to say, like, what happened to Fairhope is really a canary in the mine shaft. If they want to take money away, I mean, they can just do it at the drop of a pen in one of these meetings. So if Moms for Liberty finds some book that they didn't move, and the library says this is not a positive depiction of the transgender community, and they disagree, they could take it there, and John Wall could say, oh yeah, kitty corn is definitely about being transgender, just like they have also made the same sentiment about a children's book called Red, a crayon story, which is actually about dyslexia, but it's they think that it is about a crayon who is trans. Anyway.
Oh everything's trans.
Yeah.
We were talking the other day. Joe Rogan thinks the Statue of Liberty is trans. The MAGA folks now think that Erica Trump is really Eric Trump, or not Erica Trump. Erica, what's her last name? Kirk. Yeah, it's really Eric Kirk. It's like the transvestigations must cease.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
You want something on a funnier note? After the Clinton stuff came out concerning Trump, the White House released like the most like sterile image of like, and here is the first couple. You could also say that he's the first LGBTQ president.
That might be James Buchanan though.
Uh,
But yeah. Well, if you got to run, sister, well, we ain't gonna keep you too much. We ain't gonna keep you.
Get in bed, but I appreciate y'all having me on.
Oh, it's our pleasure. Thanks for coming on. The show is so much better when you're here.
Well, I'll come back once we know more about it because, one thing I will say as I leave is, we espouse at the root a resist and build strategy. So while we are doing this resistance and we recognize that the libraries are under attack, we're also setting up and working with organizations in town who are already creating libraries so that if and when children and young adults lose access to materials and adults at some point, we do have other places. So definitely check around. If you have a little free library in your yard and you want us to come put some books in it, reach out to us at that on my links page. And then we also did a book raising. We raised books for the Shenanigans Diversity Center Library. So if you're in the Huntsville area, you can go there. We worked with Rainbow Trouble and the Alabama Trans Rights Action Coalition. So we did that when Marjorie Taylor Greene came into town. We made sure to get some books in that library. And then there's a private library as well that's being formed in the community. So we have lots of resources around that we can build at the same time as we continue to push and support our public libraries.
That's fantastic. I used to run a little library, a little socialist library out of my little car, out of my Nissan Leaf back when I had a Leaf. And so whenever I go to events, I would check books out to people.
You also had a seed library too, if I'm correct.
I do. I still have the seeds, but it's I had a seed library as well. It was a lot of fun running it. But I made the mistake one day of the Leaf was in the shop, so I put the books in the back of my truck, and a freak rainstorm came through and ruined all my books.
That's too bad. Well, yeah, we need more folks to start doing that. I think that everybody who feels helpless, just remember that there's a lot that we can do, and building up what we have and working in communities, how we're going to do it.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Appreciate y'all.
Absolutely. Hey, and we want you to come on, not just when you got an update. You're welcome to come on and help us be a little more professional and commentate as you see fit. But thank you so much for being here.
Y'all are doing a great job. Keep it up.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Solidarity.
Solidarity. All right. Well, y'all. Yeah, it's always a pleasure to have a guest. Always a pleasure. Oh no, where'd my stuff go? Uh-oh. Y'all are still here.
Still here.
Yes. What are we feeling like? Do we want to anything y'all want to talk about, or you want to look towards wrapping things up tonight? How y'all feeling?
Well, we can look towards wrapping things up. It's already been an hour, and we try to keep this one to an hour, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, with that in mind, let's see here. We're going to, I think we kind of mentioned this a minute ago. We got the new Wicked coming up, and it's all over. It's being restreamed on Netflix right now. And if you haven't watched it, it's fantastic. And if you haven't read the books are fantastic. McGuire, I think. And the new one is coming out this weekend. And I plan on digging into the couch, finding my pennies and nickels and dimes to be able to try to get us out there and watch it. You know, so yeah, and you know, have y'all seen this movie yet?
I read the book when I was in high school a long time ago, but I haven't seen the movie or the Broadway play.
Oh, it's good. It's good. It's funny. The singing is outstanding.
Oh yeah, Ariana Grande has an amazing voice. I think
From-
she's got she has like I forget the exact details. I'm not a big music person, but she can hit like 4 vocal octaves with her voice.
Yeah, and she's like she's like 4'2" or something. I don't even know, but she like the biggest voice in just like the smallest body possible. Is crazy. Like I don't know. It defies physics to me. uh, and yeah, we got Klimt. You know Klimt?
Gustav Klimt, yeah, I do. I do know. I am familiar with his work.
So he's got the
I
record.
am a big art nerd. That is something I pay attention to. I saw this story where they sold one of his works for hundreds of millions of dollars, which I don't have.
We need to get it. I heard it. It's a good way to launder money. We need to get into this game. Fund
There,
the left.
there are 2 things that never lose their value. One is gold, and the other is art. That is why you think rich people invest in art, because they are so much
Have
more
any
cultured.
fucking taste?
Right, because they're so much more cultured than we are. No, they do it because it's a good thing. It's a good holder of value. So it's a way to hold on to their money. It's not about art for the sake of art. It's completely cynical on their end.
Yeah.
So art belongs in museums where the people can see it, and like this idea of like privately owning art, it just seems anathema to me.
And with that, Clint, the auction includes an Italian artist, Maurizio Catalan, who gained notoriety for his $6.2 million comedian sculpture of a banana duct taped to a wall. His piece at auction this week, America, is a fully functioning 220-pound solid gold toilet.
I love it.
And yeah, it's perfect. It's sold for $12.1 million, above its starting bid of $10 million.
The most regal of shits.
Yeah. I am going to work very hard to make at least a yearly tradition, if not a holiday, or where everybody either visits the grave of our dear leader, or maybe prints out a copy of his picture at home and uses it for toilet paper. I think that would be very cathartic after all he's put so many people through, and all the people he's basically killing. But yeah, folks, I think that's it. Momo, what you got going on up there? You going to be at those protests this weekend?
What we got going on? Which protests?
There's a big like 3-day event in DC. Actually, Jeff down in Montgomery, Alabama fella, he's heading up there to represent Alabama. I can't imagine he'll be the only one, but he's going to be up there streaming and talking to folks and meeting folks. But Flair is associated with it. I've seen the flyer the last month, but I can't remember all the groups that are supporting it. 5051 is helping support it, but that's and then actually I think some of the protests are going on now, but it's supposed to ramp up this weekend, 20th, 21st, 22nd. I think 22nd is the big day. But they're, I think they have intentions of trying to sustain it. So, if I had the money, I definitely take the kids up there and check it out and visit some museums and stuff while we still got them. Red Mike, you were helping out Hands Across Decatur today, and like you always do.
Oh yeah, mostly just running things around from one place to another. There aren't a lot of, so a lot of our work gets done by clients who are also volunteers, and a lot of them don't have driver's licenses. So when there's something that needs to be schlepped, I got to schlep it. So that's what I did. I drove the van around and hauled goods and people for a couple of hours. And yeah, it was kind of unexpected, but I try to be on standby for HAD whenever they need stuff. So that's what I had going on this evening.
Speaking of schlepping it around, you see that Robinhood's going to start delivering cash to people's homes.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, Robinhood is they got a pilot program in New York right now where they'll deliver cash if you're a Robinhood Gold member to your house. So that's going to be interesting to watch. I'm very curious as to the security of an operation like that. Yeah. Well, anything else, folks, before we go?
I'll check out those protests on Saturday.
Yeah, right on. Oh, and don't forget the Starbucks workers are going on strike. Don't cross the picket line. Support your local Starbucks workers, unionized or not. And that's already going on, and it's going to be a picket tomorrow in Scottsboro, 7 to 12. So Thursday, tomorrow, and I think Huntsville City Council's got a meeting too. So Thursday, it's a busy one tomorrow. So yeah, folks. Hey, thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your time with us. Your time is precious, and we appreciate every moment that you're here with us. Like, comment, share, subscribe, do all those things. Chop us up. Do some video clips making us look stupid and post it on your granny's Facebook page
or your TikTok or whatever you kids have these days.
Yeah, we're supposed to have joined TikTok by now. The Zionists are doing it. Let's go there and have a little fun.
Yeah, I need to do it. I'm really, I don't know. I'm embarrassed by the whole idea. Like I don't know what I would say. I don't know what I would do.
Just read books. You can do that. There's a whole there's so many little cultures on there. Just read some sections of books you're reading. They'll eat that shit up.
I don't really want to show my face because I have a face made for radio.
You ain't got to do that either. You ain't got to do that. Like, get one of them V masks. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah. But, well, folks, as we like to say around here, yeah, kitty. Okay. As we like to say around here, all the power to all the people. We the people break our chains together. Solidarity forever, folks.
Solidarity forever.
Solidarity forever.